I'm Reg. This is my lovely wife, Zoe. We are the founders and creators of the Love Never Fails podcast. We got a great one for you today. We're going to give you 10 tips for singles who want to be married. So, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you agree, disagree, or you want to add to the conversation. Let's get it.
Okay, so tip number 1 is to work on yourself. You don't want to go into a relationship trying to change someone else, but instead you want to go into the relationship with a clear perspective on what taking responsibility looks like. So you want to know what taking responsibility looks like first, in order to notice maybe why something is bothering you before you try to change the other person.
I like that. Know your triggers, know why you get upset, and work on those old past issues, whether relationships or whatever you had. Tip number 2, embrace the flaws, right? You're going to go on a date with somebody or meet somebody, and everybody has problems. Everybody, right? I got issues. My wife got issues. Everybody in the world got issues, right? So just understand that and understand people are not perfect. So be willing to deal with what that person has and just understand that somebody's going to do stuff wrong. They're going to have their problems. Get to know them and make sure that they have the right character that you want in a spouse. They're not going to be perfect.
All right, tip number 3, lay out what's important to you without fear. So go ahead up front, let your potential spouse know what is important to you, and look at how they react to it. What do they have to say about it? Are they okay with it?
Be real, right? Like, a lot of times we always say when you meet somebody, you meet like the facade or you're meeting their representative. Be real. Be honest. Say, look, this is what I like. This is what I don't like.
Yeah.
Be real. Keep it real. Tip number 4, be open-minded. You never know what you're going to meet or who you're going to meet or what they can open you up to, what they can show you, right? So allow yourself not to be caught up in this box of, this is how I grew up, this is how I've always done it, this is what my parents did, what my friends did, or this is what every person I dated has done. Like, get out of that and open your mind to meeting somebody who may be able to show you different things or take you to a different world or different mindset that you haven't seen before. Like, we all have this list of, they got to be this way, they got to be that. Get rid of the list and figure out and just get to know people for themselves.
Tip number 5, communicate the non-negotiables and pay attention to their reaction. Not what they're saying, but their reaction. Look at their actions, okay? So are they being passive? Do they disagree or do they agree under certain circumstances? Yeah, pay attention to their reaction, because this is what can lead to heated conversations in the future.
Have a standard. Set a standard for yourself, right? So me, I didn't want somebody who drunk all the time or who smoked or whatever. Like, those are my non-negotiables. And don't feel bad about it, right? Don't feel bad about the standards that you have. I think that's more than having a list, but what are some things where it's like, you know what, like, if this person does that, that's not what I want. And be okay with that and stand up for it.
I think you should be able to explain those too.
Yeah, don't feel bad about it, you know? Number 6, your past does not dictate your future. So I know a lot of times we think like, man, I've been hurt so many times, I've been cheated on, or, you know, every time I've been in this situation or every time I've been in these type of dates, this has happened. And understand, like, you got to leave that stuff in the past. Like, whether your past is good or bad, don't let that dictate your future. Don't let that affect your mindset going into a relationship, going into other relationships. Like, let everything have its own lane. And if you want to grow from something and learn more about yourself, that's fine. You can learn about yourself. But don't allow it to get in your head where you think this person is going to be like that person, is going to be like that person, or that situation is going to be like that situation. Let it go. Don't let your past influence your future.
That's really good. Number 7, let go of outside influences. So let go of outside influences and old habits that trap you into a singleness mindset, okay? Whether that be old friends or family that are maybe talking you into not getting married. You want to let go of those things and renew your mindset.
I like that. Number 8, men, you need to understand the weight of leadership, okay? So if you know that you want to get married, you need to start talking to other married men and figuring out, hey, what does it cost? What does it mean when you are a husband? Like, what is put on you? And they can walk you through the things that's gonna be on your shoulders, the mindset you gotta have, the humbleness that you need. You gotta be ready for that. You don't want to step into marriage and you're not prepared for what comes with it. You're not prepared for, what they're gonna be asking of you as wives or from your family. So make sure you count the cost. Make sure you know what's expected of you as a man.
Good. Number 9, be willing to learn something new. So your way is not the best way. It's just the only thing that you know. So don't be afraid to get out of your comfort zone and grow.
I like that. I ain't gonna lie. I like that.
You like that?
Your way is just the way that you know. It's not the best way. I ain't gonna lie. That one stuck with me right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all have these thoughts in our head because I know, I think I'm right majority of the time. And if I'm wrong, I'm still right because I could have been wrong. You know what I mean? All right. Number 10. Marriage is not a fairy tale. Okay? I know as kids, we like to watch Cinderella. We watched all these shows. We watch all these romantic comedies. And they get the person at the end and they're running off and everything's beautiful. But they don't tell you what happens 2 years after that or what happens when they get home after the wedding and they have an argument, right? They don't show that part in the story tales or on the shows, right? So understand that you're going to have moments where you're upset. You're going to have moments you don't feel loved. You don't feel heard. Those things are going to happen, and understand that's what comes with it. Don't allow that to weigh you down. Don't feel like you're the only one going through it. Don't feel like you're by yourself. Get connected with other couples and have those conversations, and y'all can bounce things up like, man, your wife do that? My wife do the same thing. And then now you got a community of people like, man, yeah, my wife be tripping too. You know what I'm saying? And so now you feel like you're not alone, and you don't feel like, all right, let me pass this one up. I got the wrong one. It gets you out of that mindset. So I say take those things with you. These are great tips. And a bonus tip for you is love yourself. Know yourself. Know your worth. Dream like you never failed.
Laugh like you never cried.
Love like you never hurt.
Because love never fails.